man, that's awesome. Hey, it be like that sometimes. The girl that you love don't be the one that wants you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that was there was definitely like real life inspiration for that track. Like I said, 2 years ago, a lot happened. A lot happened, and because it was coming back to school during that quarantine time, but at the same time, like seeing everybody for the first time in real life and trying to get over this, but it's also my senior year. Like I had a lot of different influences going on. So making that song was definitely like a callback to everything before I graduated, before I really started doing wrestling, like picking that back up. There was so much that led into that I wanted to touch light on.
What's her name so I can get my cousins and them to jump her ass right
See,
now?
we can't do that. Can't do that. See, you gotta remember the best revenge is blowing up without thinking about him.
Boom, there you go. There you go. Boy, you wise for your age. You know what I'm
There we
saying?
go.
Yeah. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Oh no, I was agreeing. Yeah, I love that. I love that. So with that song, I mean, it's dope. It sounds like something you can hear on the mainstream. Who kind of influenced that kind of music for you? I know it's kind of like a pop type thing. So what kind of
It
pop
is.
artists really
Um,
you really
I listen to a
related to?
lot. I listen to a lot of like in fact on my Spotify replay, I got called the Alchemist because of how many playlists I have. Like I have different playlists for different genres, different feelings, a lot of that stuff. So like on my pop rock playlist, there's a lot of Jaden, there's some Machine Gun Kelly, not much. There's Travis Barker, there's so many people that like made one song or made a couple of songs that I liked and they got added to the playlist. And when I was like going through listening to a bunch of different styles, I was like, I think I could do this. So I tested myself out, and that's what happened.
Oh man, I think you were brave for adopting that sound. Even though there's people that's done it before you. Um, did that feel a little bit out of your element when you started doing the punk rock style of music? Because you're known for rapping, and most notably, you're known for rapping over wrestlers' entrance theme music. That's where I first started. That's when I started first hearing your music. I was like, oh man, he rapping over this theme music and this one. So was
Yeah.
that a big change going from that, or was it just natural for you?
Um, I think it was a little bit of both. It was something to learn. It was a different area of music, but there was so much that was the same about it. That it was just kind of like exploring a new map in a video game. It was fun, but you still had the same controls.
Mm,
So when I was like learning about it and studying a lot of the ways they do it, the differences, I think the thing that stuck out to me most was in rap, your lyrics matter more. In rock, the chorus matters more, what they're feeling, how you say it, the flow. And the lyrics are still important, but at the same time, it's also something that you could just vibe out to in your car, like blasting down the highway. So it's one of those things that like the more you learn it, the more fun you can have with it.
absolutely, absolutely. Uh, Roosevelt got some wrestling questions for you, man.
Yes, I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't know, I've known Chase since he was around 8, 9 years old, the same age as my son right now. And I know you pretty much have grown into this business. You've been all of what one key match I always go back to. I'm sure you know exactly which one I'm talking about. Is the match between your dad and the Geordie Bulldogs. You
Okay.
actually got involved with the match and the storytelling behind all of it. Where them getting you so involved where your dad had an I quit match and he didn't want anything to happen to you and you doing the hurricane from the top rope. Run us through that entire um, the whole structure of that and that entire segment. Like, what was it like being involved in some type of storyline with your dad and being in the side of a wrestling ring and doing all these little things as a young kid at the age of like what, like 10 at the time?
I think I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah. Run us through that real quick.
So I had no idea like what was going to happen going into where the wrestling show